I don't know when the seals are going to be in tomorrow. I just got told they should be here tomorrow. They ordered them. And I figured instead of just sitting around here worrying, I was going to go over to Jack Sisemore. They have like an RV museum there. I'm going to go and check and see if it's anything cool.
Oh, the day I break these chains, I'm bound for the life of the simple things.
Here we are. I'm over here at the museum now. It's over here through the double doors. Let's see what we got. This here is a 1941 Westcraft trailer. This is a neat. Wow, this is a nice trailer actually. I haven't seen any built nice like this in any of the RVs. (1936) Alma. Wow, it doesn't even look that old. That's pretty cool. What do we have here? I think this is what's called an old scamp. More just a place to sleep. I don't see any restroom facilities, no real cooking facilities to speak of. Ah, good old Volkswagen bus, huh? Looks like this needs to be redone though. A lot of memories in these 1967 VW buses. I've heard a lot of stories about them. You know, a lot of people that had them back in the day, and I guess they were really easy to rebuild. So people would bring extra engine parts, and if they broke down on the side of the road, they just rebuilt the thing right there. And in fact, Gary Clark, who watches this channel, I met him up in LA, and he was telling me all kinds of stories of him and his Volkswagen bus. I really enjoyed his stories. I thought it was cool. He kind of just brought an extra engine and tried to scrounge up whatever parts he could get a hold of and just did his own work if it broke down. Kind of just part of the journey. So what do we have here? 1962 Airstream. I really do like the Airstreams. They seem to hold up forever with this aluminum. It's one of the things that attracted me to the GMC was the fact that it's got an aluminum body on it and an aluminum roof. Pretty nifty. Wet bath. The early stages, the early years of the wet bath. Next up here on the list, we got the 1953 Fleetwood trailer, huh? Now this is a lot like it feels to live in a van. Vans are very close to this size. This trailer is a little tiny bit bigger, but I'm gonna be really honest, I really actually miss the van. Van living is so much simpler, and I was never one that like hung out in the RV all that much, so really I just slept when I was out in the van, and I actually think I kind of did more because of that, so kind of miss those days. 1976 AMC. Here we have the owner of Max Factor Cosmetics RV. Got quite the bus set up here. Here's the dinette. Catalina would really like to have a dinette. She's really missing that. It's one of the things we have to make sure that's in the next RV. Now this is a nice little bathroom set up here. That's almost a normal size shower. Got the bunk bed kind of set up here. I remember sleeping on cots. To me, this is the coolest one I've seen yet. Talk about modern retro, you know. 1935 it looks like. Yeah, it's still locked. Pretty cool looking. Reminds me a little bit of what you would have seen, you know, back in the Gypsy era. So here we are, a 1948 Flexible. This was the exact RV that was used in the movie called RV by Robin Williams. I almost didn't come and check this out. I kind of think this is cool. So a 1975 Itasca here. What kind of stories do we have? This was the first Itasca motorhome ever built, serial number 1. It was their prototype for Itasca. It was in Winnebago's Welcome Corner for over 20 years. It has 6,000 original miles and is the brand new condition. This is cool. The first one ever. That's pretty cool. Lots of seating. Obviously that pulls down into sleeping arrangements, but it's still cool to see lots of seating like that. Kind of a tiny bath for a coach this size. You'd expect something a little bigger. Bet you it was the shiznit back in the day though. I love the old cars. So closest thing I had to a dad growing up was really into vintage vehicles as well. I remember he had a Pontiac Chieftain that we started to redo and everything. They're really cool. I just love how much more sturdy they were built. Obviously, with anything like that mechanically, they're a little bit more suspect. Well, we finally got a break. It's about 10:40 or so this morning, and the seals are in at NAPA already. So that's pretty cool. I'm heading over there to go grab them so I can give them to the mechanics over here, and we can get moving on all this stuff. So cross our fingers that we get out of here tomorrow. Yowzers. So just 3 seals, $53. Kind of spendy. At least it looks like we have them though, even if they were expensive. I can't wait to get this show on the road, you know. This is getting really frustrating. So these 2 seals were the wrong ones, and I'm still missing 2 seals. Mechanics told me it's pretty normal for old stuff, you know, because I'm using what's called a NOS, or a new old stock part number. So I still need 2 seals, and I don't know where to start from, so I'm gonna contact a fly GMC out in California and see if they can help me more. Yeah. Just getting frustrating with it. I'm starting to feel like maybe I should have just waited for Manny to get all the way back to his shop and just had him rebuild one for me. All right, back here at Napa, I'm really starting to get to feel like this is my home away from home. Moving the RV back into the shop here so they can get to started on work. They're going to be putting the differential on here. It's back in there, so tonight we're going to be sitting in a hotel tonight. Just had a little bit of a scare, thought that maybe we had something seriously wrong with the car for a moment, but we went over to the Mazda dealer and they think it's a good chance it's just a tensioner for the AC system, so they asked us to come on back here tomorrow and have the main tech take a look at it just to make sure. But I'll tell you what, even though that is a problem and it has to be fixed, that felt a lot better than something big.
Yeah, the mechanic, we asked them to have a look at, and they said, oh, maybe that's the transmission. And then we thought, no way.
At least that was good. So, and you know, we're really happy that the coach is up on the lift and they're gonna get started working on it, so that's nice. Who knows, everything may be able to be taken care of and we may be out on the road tomorrow and pushing it to get to work on time. But if we get out tomorrow evening, I think we'll be there on time, so I'm hoping that becomes the truth. Well guys, we woke up this morning to a call from the mechanic saying the CV boot that we got for the CV axle ended up being too small, so now we gotta run on over to the Mazda dealership again, make sure we have the issue with the car checked out that popped up yesterday. The service manager says he thinks it's just the tensioner, a bad tensioner on the AC belt, but we'll see what it is for sure here in a bit. And then on top of that, I gotta probably help them find a boot for the CV axle there so they can finish up. So talk about being on pins and needles.
We are here at the Mazda dealer, and then we have, what's your name?
My name's Steven.
David. Okay, David, can you explain what happened there with something with the air conditioning, right?
Well, this is the air cleaner box. The air filter goes inside this box.
Okay.
There's tabs on the bottom side, and they go into rubber grommets, and it holds it steady. One of the tabs is broken off, which is causing it to rub and make a bunch of rattling noise.
Yeah, the noise that we were listening to. Okay, and then you're doing something just for us to get there because you don't have time to order the part.
Glue one of the tabs on there just as a temporary fix.
Okay, David.
Hopefully it'll get you on your trip without a bunch of noise.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
After the fact, the next boot that came out to the shop ended up being too small as well. So they looked up part numbers for it, a specific part number for it, and the closest place that has a boot for us is all the way out in Oklahoma City. So that part can't be in until tomorrow morning. And yeah, so we're not leaving today. And now I'm pretty worried about getting out to California in time. We'll definitely have to drive into LA with the RV to make it, and I think we're gonna have some tiring nights because we need to drive at night when we're going through the desert, I think, just to be safe. Get out there, connect with people, live your big story.
Make sure you do something every single day to reduce road suck.
Peace, guys.
Without you, my friend, and I tell you all about it when see you again. We come along